It's like a war zone up here. You've seen people running for their life. You've seen people screaming hysterically. Family members are lost. Right here, what you see is where we would park our cars, myself and my children. Right there was our back door where the washer and the dryer are at. If you turn that way, there's the washer and dryer. This was our front door. That was our living room. Upstairs was my bedroom. There was the dining room, and that was the kitchen. And if you go this way, there's my 2 safes that burned. And this was my backyard here. If you keep coming here, my fire pit never burned. That's amazing. And here was my backyard where my puppy could play. But now it's a war zone. Me and my children came here over 18 years ago. We were homeless. So here we are 18 years later, now we're homeless again. I left with just the clothes on my back. My baby's pictures, they burned in the fire. As a mama, that's been the hardest part for me.
We are going to start the beginning of the end of the political future of Governor Gavin Newsom. We're heading over to Altadena, where so many people lost their lives and their entire livelihoods due to these massive fires we had here just less than a month ago. And it's because of our governor. He's responsible for this. His incompetence cost lives, lots of lives. I have not seen the neighborhood since. I don't know what to expect. They have nothing. Some of these people, they literally have nothing. They don't even know how they're going to get their next meal, let alone how are they going to rebuild their houses and their lives. And it's the first lot I've seen. Yeah, look at this house. This is just so. Man, I'm just noticing everything around the cabin is just devastation. Look at this. Block after block, building after building. Cars are still burnt out. Nothing here. People have lost absolutely everything. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And I know that if we can just let people see the pain of the frustration, that maybe this time, this one lousy politician will be fired. That's my hope.
There's a saying that he that is willing to burn his own nation to the ground to rule over the ashes is an evil and a wicked man. And so that's what we see here. If you look at in any direction, all you see is ashes, memories that have been destroyed by the policies, by the leadership, and the lack of skills of Governor Gavin Newsom. The devil came to rob, kill, and destroy. And that's what Newsom is doing. Robbing us, killing us, and destroying us. To my left are the fire victims. This beautiful lady here is 98 years old. She lost her daughter because of health complications during this fire.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my 98-year-old mother, and this is the home that I took my first steps in. My son took his first steps in this house, and we've had generations that have walked through the doors of this house. And so it's much more than just a house. You know, Bishop talked about the loss of my sister. We all lived here in this home together, and it's a great loss. We're still out here homeless. Yes. We're still out here surfing couches. Yes. There are individuals that are still in shelters that have nowhere to go.
And we will continue to pray for the families. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to
Mel Gibson. God bless you.
First, I'd like to express my sympathies to the people who lost so much. Some of them lost everything, including loss of life. All my fellow citizens, they lost their homes. They have no recourse, no insurance payout because the carriers dropped them. Right. Even the carriers realized that California was ill-prepared and had scant resources to deal with the inevitable fires. They knew that. So are we supposed to believe that our elected officials didn't know that? Of course they knew that, and there is absolutely no adequate excuse the governor or mayor can make for this gross mismanagement and failure to preemptively deal with what they knew was coming. Was it incompetence?
Yep.
Was it indifference? Complacency? Carelessness? Was it negligence? Absolutely. Was it criminal negligence? See, there are many who say that it is criminal negligence. Do the mayor and the governor give a damn about you? No. Hell no. Newsom, since he's been in whatever you call it, office, has brought us nothing but rampant crime, acute homelessness, horrendous inflation. California deserves leadership that does more than acknowledge a problem. It deserves leaders who take real, meaningful steps towards addressing these threats to our community. You deserve better. Our firefighters deserve better. And above all, the people who've lost everything deserve better. It's time for accountability. It's time for leadership that doesn't wait until it's too late. And most of all, it's time for the government that stands with its people, not just in words.
I thank Mel Gibson from the absolute bottom of my heart. I am so appreciative of this man. I love this state. I absolutely love California. I'm not doing this because, I want to get rid of Gavin. I want to fire him. And this is our only chance to be able to do that. So I think, we talk about empty suits in politics. He is an empty suit. Even though they're sort of cool and expensive, he's empty. He doesn't have the courage to be here today to face you. I do. Mel Gibson does. All of you do. This amazing man of faith does. And these people who have lost absolutely freaking everything do. How come the governor doesn't have his staff here every day? Yep. I think you should have hundreds of people. There should be trailers and staff and relief workers. Right. Look around. You see nothing except for the hallowed grounds of people's houses.
We're in ground zero. We are the ones that have to pick up the pieces now, Unless something massive can change, we'll see this again.